Hi everyone, I'm Destiny and I'm a recovering addict. Hi. First of all, thank you for having me. I'm still very new in recovery, so bear with me. My story, this is my first testimony I'm doing. I'm still nervous when I speak at AA, so thank you. So I'm gonna start from when I was a kid. I was adopted when I was 3 years old, into a loving family, two beautiful parents who loved me, a big brother who wanted me, as well as my parents. I had a great house. I played competitive sports. I had, what us, when we're in active addiction, like to call the perfect family, the perfect life. I had it all. What I didn't know was that I was going through these emotions about why other people didn't want me. Why did she not want me? Why did he not want me? Why did they not want me, And as a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old and 5, and as you grow up, that comes a lot. Although I thought that was normal. I thought that everything that I was feeling, everyone felt. I thought that being sad was normal, that being anxious was normal. So, I just kept on going, put a smile on my face, pushed through like most of us do. So then I got older, I got into high school, and, I fit in great. I fit in with everyone, I was with the nice kids, the bullies, the popular kids, the less popular kids, whatever, how you want to see it in movies. That's how my high school was, but I got along with everyone. So I did start, I was introduced to marijuana when I was 14. And, well, this made me feel good. This numbed my pain. This made everything funny. So I thought, hey, why not continue doing it? And so I started with that. And my grades started slipping. But, it's easy. It's just a phase, right? It's just a phase. It's always just a phase. We excuse, the young kids. And eventually I started drinking. And later on, I found out that there was drugs in my school. And I didn't even know that was something in a small town where I was from. But there was this guy I liked and, tried to impress the boys. So I did the drugs. And wow, that, like Mr. was saying before, numbed all the pain I had inside. I remember the first phrase I said was, I feel like I could do anything in the world right now. And it was true. I felt like that. And I will say that's what I like to call the beginning of the end. So I started dating this boy. I started doing drugs on the weekends. I started going, skipping school. I started doing drugs during the week. I moved out of my parents' place because no fun there. I can't do drugs there, right? So I moved in with my ex. And luckily I graduated high school, but things became abusive pretty quick. And I had good friends who helped me get out of there, but still, why would I go home? I can't do drugs there, right? So I stayed with some friends. I stayed in town. I was in and out of people's places. When we broke up, I moved back home. Still couldn't do drugs there because my family don't condone with doing drugs. So it wasn't very quick that I found myself a new boyfriend where I could go live with and do drugs there. So this man became the father of my 2 children whom I said I will never be like my biological mom because I come from 2 addicts, right? So, and that's exactly who I was becoming. I was becoming the person, the mom who doesn't sleep at night, the mom who's always, not focused, the mom who's not present. I dropped out of school and stuff like that. So I tried to get clean on myself. It worked for a bit, a couple months here and there. I'd get clean, I'd get good jobs. I studied mental health, so that was kind of my therapy for me. So I became a youth worker, and I was doing pretty well then. And then 2 years ago, I lost my first client to suicide, and I also lost a friend to suicide, and things became pretty heavy then. And I did what I knew best. I turned to drugs. because I never dealt with anything in the past. I didn't know how to deal with this either. So I turned to drugs. And then there was some postpartum depression in there, some more abuse, and things got very dark during COVID, being home alone. And I think for a lot of people, COVID became a very dark time. So, so I started, doing drugs all day, every day, all day, every day, all day, every day. Wake up, do drugs. Don't go to bed because I'm doing drugs. That's 4 or 5 days straight awake, I lost my jobs. I dropped out of school. I did, that was my life, drugs. And a couple months ago, I was going through some psychosis, drug-induced. I thought, I was being followed. I was a lot of negative things, lack of sleep, lack of eating, And so I called my dad, and he came to pick me up, and he came the next day. I was in recovery, and I never knew what got me there, Like who was calling my name to call my dad? Who was it that was pushing me to go get help? And I did learn through recovery that there's a higher power, and he's the one who has, kept me alive all these years, and I'm very thankful for that. So I was, people kept telling me, stay hopeful, be hopeful. And I didn't know what hope was because I hoped for a lot in the past, and that never worked, right? So how am I supposed to just hope to become sober? I quickly realized that being hopeful is, more than just wishful thinking. It's visualizing where you want to be and taking action into, putting the steps into and the work into becoming who you want to be. It took a lot of work of, accepting the things that happened to me, forgiving myself, forgiving others, and letting go. And, I finally was able to achieve my goals and get better with myself. I remember one night I was just crying, what if he lets me down? Because I felt like everyone had let me down, and workers are telling me his hand is reaching out to you. God is there. Just take it. He's been waiting for you. And, that day I decided to talk to God is the day that my recovery turned around. And that's the day that I started being able to forgive myself and being able to accept what had happened and forgive everyone around me, the father of my children, my ex, my biological parents, everyone. It's the day I started looking at myself in the mirror and telling myself the positive things. Not, oh, you're a junkie. No, you're beautiful. You're strong. You're creative. So I've been asking God, what can I do to help? Because I've been working in mental health, and it's been so heavy. And, I kind of felt hypocritical that I was doing the same things. And so he gave me a voice here tonight. And I know I don't have a big, huge story. It's only been 65 days I'm sober. So thank you. Thank you. But I just want to say that for anyone who is starting their journey, it is possible. You just look within yourselves. Like anything you do, you got to put in the work. You want to have a sandwich, you have to put the work, make the sandwich. You want to have money, well, you have to go to work and work, right? So if you want to heal and you want to get clean and you want to get sober, you need to put in the work. You need to open those wounds, and they're gonna close eventually, but you need to dig within them, heal them, and stop looking for who you once were and start loving who you are now and who you're becoming. So thank you.